Good morning, everyone. Yeah, still suffering. It's all right. uh, Interesting. I came across another child yesterday. I guess having had migraines, which stopped around age 33. Interesting. Yes. Okay. That's when I committed myself 100% to spirit world and heavenly parents said, okay, all right, this is it. I'll just do whatever. It's not going to matter anymore. I'm not going to try to just mosey along in my life anymore, per se, which I never really did. I had family, I had 4 children to raise, this, that. But what's the saying? Right? God calls many, but so few follow the call. And when I reached a certain age, after 30, I said, okay, I can't fight this anymore. This is ridiculous. And my migraines stopped. But I remember very clearly as a child, they started at 6 years old, which isn't normal, according to the doctors that my mother took me. And so I know what pain is as a child, and seeing these children that are just fighting just for their lives, and sometimes their pain can't even be brought under control, and they have to just go through it and become despondent and just ugh ugh I just and the parents have to go through that. I can't. It's difficult for me to even fathom what that feels like. Yeah. Okay, except for the pain that the child goes through. All right, so I know that, so it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. Some people they need to come back at you, and okay, whatever. I mean, I can't stop you from doing that. It tells me a lot about you, and but I can't respond to it. I don't want to respond to it. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I do, and then it's sure enough, it's like, ugh, here we go. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Okay. You guys know the origin of that song? So I just saw, and I shared it, Hyun Im's video about 6 days ago, and it's an amazing speech, I think. Incredibly balanced. And he mentioned that one thing that I also said in the overhead where, well, North Korea is going to have to come to terms with the leadership of North Korea that they're either going to fall further and further into China's control and power, under China's control and power, or they actively start thinking about reunification with the South. So I'll listen. I'm going, whoa, yeah, exactly. Does that entail a fight? Will that entail, again, what does China have to lose? Very interesting. I've said that years and years ago when people say, China's going to start taking control over the world, this, that. I said, not really. Not if they want their economy to keep going the way it is, because who's buying all their products? Okay, all right. Just one thing. Right? Where surely, okay. So I saw it this morning, so just somehow, I went and looked up. I wanted to see, is there anything about Hyunjinim's tour? Japan and South Korea tour anywhere? Nothing. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to find. There's nothing there. Okay, so there's nothing there, but I saw that and went, oh, let's go and have a listen to that. I listened to the whole thing, which is rare for me. And I had to say, wow, look at you. And then I had this thought. In my other video, my last video, I said, well, you never know what comes of, right? You have to trust God. You got to trust God and spirit world. Right? And the foundation that true parents have laid for so many, many, many years, that something will work together, right? And I looked at all that and I was, oh, wait a minute. It's like True Mother, Hyunjinim, and Hyunjinim are like a trinity. So working separately in a way, even kind of working against each other, and yet it seems like something's coming together somewhere, right? Yes? I can't overlook that. I can't not see that. And I also believe that every one of us, I know many brothers and sisters. I know one of them in Korea that's very much involved in editing and putting together teaching material. Then I know another one, who works incessantly with all the things he's going through himself in the veterans community, right? And then, okay, all right, so many different things. Sometimes it's a small area like me. I just kind of try to, okay, all right, this is where my attention needs to go right now. Which, at this time, it's suicides again. It's just, ugh. And yet, then you hear about the people who commit suicide that are famous, which just one of them recently happened again. What about all the ones that you never hear about? Yes? Okay. Anyway, so the one thing I'd like to ask in this group is how are you contributing? How are you contributing to all of that? To God's plan. Of what? Do people really want peace in the world? Sometimes I wonder, would people get too bored? We are so infected with needing to find something negative to talk about. Find something negative to put out there about something or someone. It's almost as if one cannot go through a day without coming across something that you're just going, hey, what? In Hyunjinim's speech, I noticed, I'm going, oh, wow, wait a minute, I didn't see that anywhere in the news. What's going on? All we are getting as commoners is what? From the news. And here's someone that's obviously, oh, wow, you really know a lot about this. And what's going on? What? Not just, we hear about, the sanctions, but he has a really amazing way on explaining on why that is important. Because I, for one, was not for the sanctions. I'm like, how's that? That's just going to, again, hurt whom? Right? But he has a really amazing way of presenting, right, a countermeasure against a dictator as a whole picture. That's amazing. To me, that's amazing. Whoa, I just learned something. Right? Yeah. Do we want to learn? Do you want to learn? Yes? No? Do you actually care? Or you just have this one, right? You found this one person to hammer around on? Yes? Oh, okay. Proud of everyone out there that contributes to God's plan in the positive. And we have to keep going. It's working. I can see it. It's working. People like Nostradamus and, some other people, he's one of them, they had these prophecies or predictions and this, that, and people say, oh, they knew, and they came true, and this, that. Not even God can predict the future. It says so in the Bible. But what these people are visionaries. You study your surroundings. You study the people and where they are at and what they are doing. And then from there, right, okay, if nothing changes, that's the progression of it. Right? Now you can have, age progression. You can have now, if you're older, go back to what you used to look like, right, as a young person. Interesting. It's kind of the same thing with that, right? You have to have something to base things that you're looking towards the future with. Yes? Okay. Does that make sense? So do, psychics exist or something that can predict the future? No, they don't. And if they say they can, they're lying. Okay? Are they visionaries though? And they somehow just have this really amazing way of progression of a situation and see that on where it will go? I'm out here, honey pie. Yes, you absolutely can do that. Huh? God's very mathematical and knows all about the sciences. True Father said that himself. I know that's true. I know 100% that is true. So again, all of you are working out there, right? Doing in your own field, right? Working for God. I mean, truly working for God. That's not with a weapon in your hands, okay? No. Whatever. Then, keep going. Something's working. Something's really working. I can just tell. Everything that I've found, everything that I studied up lately, it was, oh wow, something's coming together. So I look at True Mother. And of course, True Father is with her. And Hyunjin, and of course, True Father is with him too. And Hyunjin, and True Father is with him as well. Okay, I'm coming. Somehow they're working as a trinity together. And it's working. It's really working. Yeah, so again, right, I'm going, what are they doing? Putting on a show? Maybe these 3 points, and wherever they are at, all of them, was needed to form a unit that doesn't really even know they're a unit. I don't know. And as I said, I don't know everything. But from what I've seen lately, it's amazing. It's totally and truly amazing. In the meantime, we all still have to work really, really hard in our perspective areas, the gifts that we were given to take care of things, right? I'll stop with this one. It said, if there was one thing that you could get rid of in this world, what would it be? One thing. I said, child abuse of any kind. Child abuse of any kind. Interestingly, then I saw another one this morning, which it was if there's one thing that man created that you could abolish, or what? Not again, not except bombs, right? Not, you can't mention bombs. And again, I said child abuse, including abortion. Man-made. Yes? That's interesting what people all said. It's interesting to see on how selfish people are. As well, in the comments, that's very interesting. But anyway, that's what I said. Yeah. Okay. Well, we all have our focuses. Yes. And too many focuses, you get too fragmented. And then when you're too fragmented, nothing really works together. Yeah, you focus. Right? You focus on what God has given you. You work in those areas. And it's amazing. It's just amazing on what Spirit World can do with that kind of give and take. And anyway, I'm kind of excited. So whatever anybody else has to say about it, I'm excited. And I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep doing my work where it is most needed. All right. God's love and blessings always. And I will talk to y'all another time.